Hey friend, welcome to On the Daily. I'm your host, Danielle McCleary, and I am a quantum business coach. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm a multi-six-figure entrepreneur, co-founder and president of Hype You Media, and CEO of Danielle on the Daily Coaching. What I'm really interested in is helping you live a life and have a business that is a full body yes. So through all of my education and all of my experience, I'm bringing you 2 episodes a week where I will guide you and give you the tools necessary to scale a massive, sustainable, and sexy business using your intuition, wealth energetics, and human design. What we can call it is business biohacking. So if you're down for that, then I say let's frickin' go. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, and welcome to season 3 of the On the Daily podcast. We are about 3 years old now, and we have had over 250,000 people download this podcast. It's rated in like the top 0.5% of podcasts globally. It's been listened to on every continent. It's just really wild to think about like how far this little baby show has come in 3 years. Our 3rd year anniversary is January 21st. So it's quickly approaching, and I'm just really excited. I'm grateful. I'm feeling optimistic. I kind of feel like we are just getting started still. And so sometimes it trips me up to hear people say like, or refer to me, I guess, as an established podcast host, but I am. I mean, I have to really start owning that. I think I own my greatness in so many areas. And I feel like in the podcasting space, I can help people launch and like I can help people deliver their message through their podcast really well. But then I get tripped up about the fact that I actually have a very established podcast, and we're about to hit our 300th episode. It'll be 300 episodes on Friday. This is our 299th episode. And the podcast, this show, man, it's grown, it's evolved, it's shifted over time. It's gotten clearer on like what it is and what its purpose is in the world. And I'm just so excited for what is to come. I have really big goals for this show in 2024, but also goals for myself and goals for my business. And for the first time ever, it feels like all of those goals are like on the same plane. Where before I'd be like, well, I have these goals for business and I have these goals personally and I have these goals here, but I feel like everything is really synced up finally, which feels really good. And it just kind of got me thinking about how many different versions of me have existed since I started this show. I mean, when I first started this show, my dad had died like a week before. That was such a wild time. I think at the beginning of this podcast, I really used it as like a way to heal my grief a little bit, or a way to maybe it was a way to distract me from my grief. That's probably what it was, to be honest. But I'm just blown away by the different people that I've gotten to talk to, and the different types of episodes we've done, and the different directions we've taken this show. And now it finally feels like this show has really landed in its sweet spot. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for continuing to listen. I'm excited to kick off season 3. I wanted to talk today kind of about this New Year's. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year 2024. We're here. We made it. 2023 in numerology was a 7 year. And the way that you kind of add up numerology, a lot of people get confused about numerology when it comes to like dates. So I want to use this episode to kind of talk about what 2024 means in a numerology way, and also a little bit of astrology coming at you in this episode. So let's dive in. So to figure out the numerology of something, you have to add up all the numbers. So 2023, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. So that's what I mean when I say 2023 was a 7 year. And 7 in numerology it's a time of deep reflection. It's a time of a lot of death and rebirth cycles. It's a time of purging a lot of things that no longer serve us. It signifies like new beginnings and endings. It signifies doing a lot of deep reflective work on ourselves. And I feel like that was so true. I know that was so true for me. My business in 2023 doubled over 2022. So business wise, we had exponential growth. And at the same time, I feel like I was doing so much deep introspective work. Like I feel like I had to remove myself from my business in order for it to grow. And we implemented new strategies and we got rid of things that no longer worked. And we pivoted so many times. And every time I hear pivoted, I think of that episode from Friends, which by the way, I'm in the process of watching from the beginning. It's quite a feat. It's quite a journey. Anyway, pivot. Uh, pivot. Shut up, shut up, shut up. If you don't watch Friends, that's your homework. Anyway, that was true for me. I very much feel like that's what I did in my business. A lot of my clients had a lot of deep introspective work. I have clients that, ended relationships in 2023. I have clients that ended jobs, that started new jobs, that had babies. A lot of deep reflection, a lot of purging, and a lot of death and rebirth cycles, I think, were the themes of 2023. A lot of people, I had a few clients that, 2021, 2022 were really great years. And then 2023 kind of wasn't. And I think that that's perfectly on brand for a numerology 7 year. 2024 is an 8 year. 8 signifies abundance, prosperity, money, wealth, expansion, growth, quantum leaping. So that's the numerology of 2024 is growth. It's expansion. It's broadening your horizons. It's new opportunities. It's new partnerships. So if you feel like 2023 was like your head down, eyes on the prize year, then I have a feeling that 2024 is going to be the year that it all comes to fruition. But I think we get this confused a lot, y'all. Like there are so many people that are like, great, it's an 8 year. Here I am just going to receive money. I am going to sit in my feminine energy and I'm going to be a match for money. Great. You won't get there without action, without inspired action. And so this is where like the balance of masculine and feminine energy really does come to play. And it's not like today I'm going to be in my masculine and tomorrow I'm going to be in my feminine. The actual goal is to never have to think about whether you're in your masculine or feminine because you just trust deeply that you're flowing effortlessly between the two. That's actually the goal. And I think a lot of people miss that because they focus so hard on being in their feminine and then they realize that they really haven't put in any effort. Like there were so many people that took so much time off during the holidays and hadn't built the foundations of their business to do so. They hadn't built up the strategies yet. They hadn't built up the trust with their network yet. And then they just like took 2 weeks off and then they wondered why nobody bought from them. And it's like, well, because there was no action. Well, I'm in my feminine, right? But the only way that the feminine gets to lead is if it's supported by divine masculine strategy and action. So 2024 is definitely the year to put that action into place. It's definitely the year to remember that your feminine cannot lead unless it has masculine support. It's also the year to probably focus less on whether or not you're in your masculine or your feminine and just begin the process of trusting that you are moving between the two effortlessly. And that's why you don't think about it. Yeah. I think also, there's a lot of people I feel like there's 2 different camps. There's the camp of people that are rearing to go January 1st and they're like, here we go. And I guess I'm like in between the two groups. Like I definitely like the reckoning started yesterday. By the way, you can still join us in the reckoning. I'll tell you a little bit about it in a minute, but the reckoning started yesterday and everybody in there is like raring to go. So excited. I also opened up a couple or a few actually new private Voxer coaching containers. And so I feel like I'm excited about those people. I'm excited about supporting people that are like ready to jump in. And also I acknowledge those of us And I do kind of feel like this also in my own business. Um, I relaunched the Reckoning and I opened up new containers, but I have a really big plans in 2024 for my business. And a lot of those plans are not going to come to fruition until spring, March, April, May ish. And that's because I recognize that January is still technically the dead of winter. And if we're thinking of the seasons and we're thinking of like the cosmos, right? The January and February are still the dead of winter. Like if you think about animals, they're in hibernation right now. They're not like out trying to find food. They did a lot of work in the fall so that in the winter they could rest. And so I'm definitely not forcing myself out of this rest cycle. I'm definitely not forcing myself to find the answers or to be inspired by something. I am a generator in human design. And so for me, it's all about like following my joy and it's about responding to things that feel like a yes. And so I'm definitely not going to force those things. At the same time, I am excited about starting this I like opening these new containers and launching the Reckoning yesterday. Those are things I'm excited about, but I'm not going to force myself to build this new thing that I'm building. I'm going to allow it to build and grow the way that it wants to. So I feel like I'm in between. I'm like, and which is interesting because my word for 2024 is juxtaposition. And I feel like I'm perfectly juxtaposed in this. On one hand, I am supporting people who are raring to go, and I'm really excited about opening up these containers that started this week. And on the other hand, I'm not forcing my new big idea and I'm trusting that it's going to come. And I have a new psychic and I had a meeting with her before my birthday. And one of the things we talked about was when I was going to want to launch something. And she even said spring, like May. So again, wherever you fall, I think is fine. I think we put too much pressure on ourselves to be like, ready to go first. And if you're just not feeling that yet, like that's okay. Like it's okay to not be feeling it. You know, we just had a full moon in Cancer and that was a really emotional full moon. A lot of like big emotions to the surface, a lot of purging. Cancer is the emotional truth. And so, if you're still feeling the effects of that and if you're just kind of like, I don't really feel like running yet. I'm still kind of waking up and walking. I think that's okay. I think listen to your body and listen to your intuition. This is where your human design really, really comes into play because you'll know where in your body to listen to. Like I know to listen to my sacral. I'm a sacral generator. If you're an emotional intuition, if you are an ego authority, if you have, identity intuition, if you have splenic intuition, just listen to that part of your body. Listen to those little whispers, those little voices that are going to tell you when it's time to move. But when you move boldly, move proudly, like step into the light that is there for you. Because with this being an 8-year in numerology, fortune will favor the bold for sure. Fortune will favor the ones who put themselves out there. Do as Taylor Swift does. What's the line from Lavender Haze? It's like, I'm damned if I do, don't give a damn what they say or something. I don't know. It's basically like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I don't give a damn what people say. Do it. I'm damned if I do, don't give a damn what people say. Yeah. Don't give a damn. Be you, be out there, put yourself out there. These new opportunities and partnerships and collaborations that could happen this year, they're there for you and you got to be able to be open to them. And so if there's anything else that you're still holding on to, clear it, cleanse it, remove it, purge it, release it so that you can actually be ready and open and focused on what is available to you in this new year. That being said, the Reckoning did start yesterday and I love this program. There is an announcement though. I want you to hear because this is a big shift happening in my business and I'm going to tell you more about it as we go. You kind of are going to get to come behind the scenes with me as we build this out, but I am burning down part of my business in 2024. I'm actually taking my 3 signature programs, the Reckoning, Intuition, Authority, Power, and From Zero to Launch. I am actually taking those and making them fully evergreen courses. So I am running the Reckoning live right now, which means that you're going to get live calls with me, live Q&As, the ability to get your questions answered, personalized support, all the things. But this is the last time this program is going to run live. After this, it's going to go fully evergreen, which means it'll just be self-paced and self-led, which is beautiful. It's a course that's set up for that, but it's not going to be ran live again. After the reckoning, I'm going to run Zero to Launch. So if you want to get the pre-sale for that, you can. That'll be starting I think March 1st is what we decided, or the end of February. But it is currently open for pre-sale. So if you are launching a business and you want support launching that business, my Zero to Launch course is amazing because the self-led modules are it's a business blueprint. It's everything you're going to need to launch a digital business. Like that course is gold. And I'm adding new modules to it soon. We're going to be adding modules about like mini chat and different automated text services. So that will be included soon. But if you are launching a business in this year, then Zero to Launch is for you. And I'm only running that program live one more time. After that, it'll be a fully self-paced course. So if you want the ability to ask questions and get your questions answered, I highly suggest you join the live round. That'll be launching late February, early March. And then Intuition, Authority, Power, I'm going to run that live one more time as well. Which is human design for business. So if you've been wanting to do human design and apply it to your business, then that course is for you. It basically teaches you how to run a business from your intuition, how to use your profile as, your signpost for like how to find your genius. I'm also adding some more modules to that course as well. Stuff about like your unconscious Mars, which is where you look to find your prosperity. There's going to be a few modules added, but that'll be coming probably late March, early April. And then after that, all three of those courses are going to be evergreen and self-paced. And I'm really excited about that because what doing that is going to do is free up my plate because I am creating something brand new. And it is really the mecca of what I do. And it really feels like a keystone for what I want to offer and where I want to go with my business. More details on that to come, but it's going to be really, really big and I'm really excited. So that being said, the reckoning started yesterday. You did not miss anything. We have not had a live call yet. You just got the first module drop. So if, personal power and leadership and really coming home to yourself, and if, all this talk about the 8-year and expanding your opportunities and, money and prosperity and all of that, if that's really lighting you up, but you're feeling a little daunted because maybe you don't believe in yourself, or if you just need someone to bounce ideas off of, and what you want is that support, that fire under your ass to like really step into the more elevated, the richer, the more happy, the freer, the more peaceful version of you, which by the way is the version of you that was always meant to exist. It's not like worthiness is not something you have to like earn, by the way. Like we think we have to like earn our worthiness. We don't. Like you're worthy just because you are breathing. It's just about waking up to that. It's just like remembering who you are. And that's what the reckoning really does. So you can click the link in our show notes to join us inside of the reckoning, or you can join the pre-sale for Zero to Launch, or even Intuition, Authority, Power. You can get on the wait list for that. But big things, big shifts coming in 2024 for me. I'm hiring new team. I'm partaking in new PR opportunities this year. 2023 was the year we like prepped the systems. We stress test everything to make sure that it worked. And 2024 is the year that we really like explode. And I'm really excited about it. So I hope you're feeling the same way. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Welcome back to season 3. Expect a lot more woo in this season. I'm going all in on law of attraction and manifestation and your subconscious mind and how that all relates to, yourself as a human consciousness on this planet. I'm really diving deep into that. Expect some really awesome interviews this year, of course, always. And yeah, I'm really excited that you're here. Thank you for rocking with me. Make sure you come back on Friday. I have a little something special for you. It's my 300th episode and we're going to celebrate. I love you. Bye.